Welcome, everyone, to another episode of AIME's Grow and Get It. I'm Tom Allis, President of Growth here at AIME. I have the pleasure of having my man Ramon Walker with Client Direct Mortgage based out of California. Today, we're going to go over on how to not only continue to grow. Those of you that know Ramon knows he's always growing. He's doing innovative things. He's very open with our community and sharing what he's doing. He just even rolled out a new product, not a sponsored one, but at the same time, something that's unique to our market that's allowing him to grow. Ramon's been a part of AIME since the beginning. I know I was attracted to kind of watching what you were doing on social media, always having new innovative projects. And truthfully, you're growing a business model that you got to be part of the 1%. Most of the people on Consumer Direct right now are not only scared, going out of business, firing, laying people off. All I see are wins coming from Ramon Walker, and he's going to share that with us today. So, Ramon, thank you for being here, my friend.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah, this is definitely an honor.
So Client Direct Mortgage, right? I mean, you know who our competitors are in that space. The people doing, I'll say a lot of trigger leads, a lot of, push button, get mortgage. You're dominating with it, though. And not only are you dominating with it from a production standpoint, you've been growing a lot of staff, too. I see almost every week. Congratulations, this person. And you're doing such an amazing job at it that I appreciate you peeling back the curtains and telling us, how is the Consumer Direct approach helping you grow with the current systems you have in place?
Yeah, exactly. And I've always been about sustainability in my business. And Consumer Direct, the culture of Consumer Direct is sort of like feast or famine. And that's how the leaders in the space kind of treat it, right? You look at, they lay off fast, they hire fast, or they lay off faster than they even hire when the market changes or whatnot. That's always disappointed me because I've been a broker that's been on the Consumer Direct side for a while, and that's been kind of a unique space anyway. So as I've looked at the other loan officers or my coworkers out there, and it's always disappointing to see that, they do really good and then they do bad. Or was even more disappointing was the fact that when I started to learn what their compensation model was, right? So that was a real opportunity for me. And I'm looking at this like a year and a half ago. And that's when I started lead maturation, started to build a platform that would enable the Consumer Direct loan officer to feel comfortable enough to transition from some of the shops that they are, because I give the other companies credit. They have good platforms, they provide everything, they do, but that's at such a high cost, right? So I decided just to go down that road, see if I can develop a platform and a system that was better than what they were offering when you're looking at full package, and bring that to market. It's something that I thought about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and started walking down that path. So what you're seeing now is a culmination of years of work from a technology standpoint, building my own technology, to finding products. Some luck is in there. The harder you work, the luckier you get, right? Because it was a little bit of luck me finding these individuals that provided me that 6-month ARM program, right? So that it's been a real value proposition that we've been able to give people. And I keep the blinders on. I cannot deal with things that are outside of my sphere of influence. I trained myself that way years ago, like very early in the market when I started to understand what mortgage was, right, or is. And it's just too big of an industry. There's too many moving pieces. It's so dynamic. You can pick something, control it, and just run towards it. And that's sort of been the idea. And even, winter is here, but we sort of have a big coat. We have a little fire. We have other things as well. And we're surviving and even growing in this market.
Yeah, growing, and I see it, man. We all see it. And it's been fun because if you don't know Ramon, he's going to be at Fuse. Make sure you come up and say hello to him. I had the honor of speaking with Ramon even when we did Hall of AIME together. I've learned every time I'm around you, I learn something. And you're really open with the people to say, hey, here it is. And we're going to do it again today. Yeah. Ramon has really built out. It started, I watched the lead maturation with Salesforce. I mean, he dives in, and like you said, what are rates today? Who cares? There are still people that are applying that are getting divorced, that have growing families. There's always going to be the need. And when you focus on winning and serving those needs, you have a successful business like Ramon has built, and originators joining his business. That there's a lot of people that, I use the rocket company, laying people off. All these companies to where I have a gentleman that I actually am going to send you today that worked for a relocation company. And
Yeah.
he came to me and was like, hey, I'm really interested in your model. He doesn't fit my model. I want self-sufficient generating LOs. You're
Yeah.
providing a value that's needed in the broker space where it allows the consumers to win and allow originators to win. And, tell me about that. So since you went to this route here in the last couple of years, how have you been able to grow and retain talent when everybody else is laying off and shrinking? Not everybody else, but the majority of consumer direct.
Yeah. We very early on, and credit to Andrea, she's head of recruitment. My sister also, so I could really beat up on her, and she could beat up on me, so we could deal with all the emotion and still we can't quit one another because we're because we're family, right? So
Right.
so early on, she's worked in marketing for years in the banking sector, and she really helped develop. She looked at some of the value propositions, or started to learn the business from my lens, and brought in her skill set, and we started to build what we thought was the true value propositions of what we're offering. So what we truly came up with were 4 pillars, right? And we talk about this a whole lot. Pillar 1 is platform, and that's our single level lead maturation system. It makes it easy. Everyone that works, whether it be sales, operations, processing, we break everything in the desk. We have an appraisal person, a prelim person, like we just really divided this thing up, and the assembly line just kind of runs it. Everybody has exposure into what's going on. So the LO, we don't want them to do a lot of work, but we want them to be able to see and watch. Like Krispy Kreme donuts, right? You just kind of watch the donut go through the. So that's sort of what we developed. So number 1 is platform, and we got good feedback on that. Individuals are like, yes, this is a nice system. Pricing, everything's in there. Okay. Number 2 are leads. You got to be able to provide leads. I mean, I've bought leads for years. I've closed myself personally in my career probably about 3,000 loans or so. I had to step back. A lot of individuals, company owners, people who have invested in this stuff, right? Because it's an asset. They put walls around it. That's mine, right? That's what I'm going to use in the future. What I had to do is go through that psychological process of saying, you know what? I'm going to open up. I'm going to give this to everyone. Anybody that wants to come here and work hard, I can't talk to all these people at once. Right. Talk to this person. We did a good job by them, right? Talk to them, say you're part of my team, and ask them if they have a cousin, a sister, an uncle that was doing a home, an investment property. When's the next time they may be purchasing, and get in that sales force, put that in there, and you follow that person. So all that investment, the millions of dollars I had spent on leads, all of my team have access to. Right? I don't restrict anyone. So this is an environment where we're trying to encourage growth. The only thing I ask of individuals is to come in and work hard. So that's pillar 2, the leads. Pillar 3 was an analysis of compensation by my competitors. So when I went out and I looked at Loan Depot, and I looked at Quicken, I looked at Amerisave, and I looked at Sabonic, and I looked at JG Wentworth, these are the usual suspects for me. I've been competing with these guys for years, right? So the thing I saw is like, all right, the President's Club and all that kind of stuff, right? At the end of the day, they're making between $300 to $600 per deal, that average LO. And then there's a bunch of handcuffs that are in there as well, right? Oh, we'll pay you a little salary. Oh, we'll pay for your licensing. Oh, we'll do this. We stripped all that back and said, hey guys, if you want to win, you got to take some risk too, right? So you're going to pay for all those things yourself. We'll pay for the credit. We pay everything business-wise, but there's no salary for you, or there's no signing bonus, although we're looking at that at this time. But we're going to put those things, and we're going to pay you more. So we pay you 1%. And that's just unheard of in consumer direct. Some brokers might be like, oh, I can make more. I can make 2 points over there, but not with having the platform and the leads and the system and the access to this and the access to that. But so in our environment, we are paying substantially more than anyone else. And it's funny because when I went out and talked to people about this, because before I do anything, I'm gonna kind of see what the market says about it. And they're like, Ramon, you're absolutely crazy. There's no way in the world you could pay 1% in consumer direct, right? So I was like, all right, challenge taken. Pillar 3 is us paying more. So that community really appreciates this. It's a big disparity for them. They're like, holy smoke! If I closed 3 loans, I was going to make $1,500 and owe the company money, right, from the salary that they were paying me, right? I closed 3 loans with you guys, average $300,000 loan amount. It's $9,000. I'm here to help change people's lives. That's been my motto over the years, right? I kind of made around 1% in the consumer direct and completely surprised when other individuals weren't. So that's the baseline of what we're trying to do there on pillar number 3. And then pillar number 4 is product. I got to get out there. I got to use the relationships I have. I've got to talk to these other credit unions, banks, whoever else, and see where there's an opportunity for my people to win, right? So I'm just trying to get better weapons or better ammo for the weapon that I built, right? So that's basically what that comes down to. And we talk about these 4 pillars with everyone. And if they see that as value, then they come over. And that's why you're seeing so many individuals come over. Now, we kind of recently talked about a hybrid model too. Andrea has branched into like saying, hey, we don't have to just limit it at the people on the dialer, right? You see me do a lot of videos, right? We have a whole marketing division that kind of makes these videos. We ramped up the YouTube channel. Now we have all the LOs making videos as well, sending them out to realtors, telling them about the product. It's funny now we haven't had as much. I think about 30% of our loans that are closing this week, right? I don't know, we have 20 loans or so. About 30% of them are purchased from referrals, but generated by my consumer direct LOs. Why? Because they made videos, they got out there, they talked about the product. I was like, you guys can do this. You haven't done it before, but embark upon this. So not only are we giving them a better deal in the environment that they know, we're introducing a new way of doing business for them.
And you're creating this fear for them. I mean, it's I really have said this before, and I'll say it now in a public setting. I think you're a visionary with what you do, Ramon. I was on consumer direct at one point and failed. Like, it is a tough business, and you're laser focused. The pillars that you put on, there's zero question why you're winning. You're giving a good name to brokers in our industry from somebody who's ran that type of business. I can't tell you how excited I am to see you at Fuse, my friend. Besides being a cool person, we always have a blast together too.
We do have a great time.
You're the one that I gotta say turned me on to Camus Wide. At one point, I had to my wife goes, "Where did you find this at?" Like, I got remote out in California. This is good. You add a new level of excitement to everything. You lead by example. Ramon, we appreciate you at AIME for everything that you do to help out members within our community, leading to show that consumer direct isn't dead. You can make it work. If you have questions, reach out to Ramon or myself when you're at AIME to learn more. But I can't thank you enough for coming back today and sharing your success with what you're doing. We wish you the best and continued growth. Thank you all for joining us here for another episode of AIME's Grow and Get It. If you'd like to check out any of our prior episodes, go to our YouTube channel at AIME National. We'll be here every week on Mondays at noon Eastern time. And we look forward to seeing everybody here at Fuse. It's Monday. Everybody hopefully is getting everything ready for this week, getting your details handled to where you can come, learn, get better, and continue to grow and get it. So thanks again, Ramon. Everyone have a great week.
Always a pleasure, Tom. See you soon.